What's up YouTube? It's your girl Samantha and welcome to another video. Okay, so in this video today I would like to say thank you for all my subscribers who are supporting me from day one. Thanks also to my viewers. And today is just a quick rundown of how my burn is going, and I will give a little details and the fact of why I leave Jamaica and how I reach in Trinidad. Okay, so to those who are new to my channel, welcome to the family, and if you are not yet subscribed, please do so. Also give this video a thumbs up so the video can be pushed out more. If it is so, it may know. But yeah, welcome to my channel. In today's video I would like to give you a little update about the burn. Well, as you can see, this one had a water bag and it burst. How it burst, I don't know because I didn't do it, but it burst on its own. Also, one of my subscribers was asking for a next upload, and remember in the previous upload I told you I wouldn't be posting as often as possible because I have not yet received my devices and them to make my video quality and more better, probably the sound, everything about it. I have not received my equipments as yet, so that is why I'm not really posting. But one of my subscribers asked me to do a little story time this morning on how I come to Trinidad and why I come to Trinidad, and also why I choose Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, I'm sweating. Alright, let's get into the video, right? In 2013, I ended up losing one of my sister. Her name was Petergaypinnocklewis. She was brutally murdered, and I went home from work. She was working at where she working again? At Anatomy Hospital. She was a midwife, and a night in January 2013, she was going home from work and she was shot and killed on her way home from work. Her killing left us very traumatized. We have plenty of questions that are left unanswered because upon her passing, she did not get the chance to say her final goodbye. She was dead on the spot, and also it wasn't something that we was planning for because she was not ill. She was in very good health, and as I mentioned before, she was now leaving work on the way home. And the incident happened a couple houses away from where she was living, so it was not far from where she was living. So she was almost at her destination, right? When the incident happened, I was not in the parish where it happened. It happened in St. Mary. I was in the parish of Manchester. And I got a call from my sister that night to tell me that she was dead. I was in shock, and I am still in shock because she was a very good one. To make matter short, story short, I was not doing well upon her passing. As I said before, I think I was attending the NCT vet. I was attending a training institution in Mandeville, up Newport, I believe, and it messed up my studies. And at one point I had was to be going and checking in a mental hospital with the help of a lady by the name of Miss Taylor. She was the one who really see about me that time because I was out of it. I didn't even remember that I had a child, and my daughter was, I think, 3-year-old at the time of the incident. I remember at one point I left Manchester the day after she was dead to go and see my family. I went alone because I wanted to go alone. Whilst I was going, I was in and out of it because now and again I was like thinking if I remember where I'm going, but however I made it. I remember close to my destination, a man came and asked me if I was buying a paper because he was selling Gleaner, Observer and stuff like that. Sorry about the friggin' cock crowing this hour of the day because I never know cock still crow this hour of the day. Anyway, and the man was asking me if I wanted to buy a paper. he said I must buy the paper to see how they kill the nice nurse. However, not knowing that that nice nurse was my sister. So when he bring that paper for me to buy, it was very heartbreaking, because I know, matching up with reality, when I look and I saw my sister on the front of the paper with a caption, "A nurse who was gunned down on her way home." It brings so much grief to myself and my family, because when I finally reached where I was going with my mommy, I saw my mother, I saw my sisters and my remaining sisters, and I could not ask them how are they doing, because I know they was not doing good. They now lose a sister and a daughter. So it was kind of a very hard time for we, the family, and for me. I still miss my sister every day like it now happened. So to make story short, after she funeral and stuff like that, even though her case is still an unsolved crime, I could not stay in the country anymore, because it was too traumatizing, and I was very worried. I was frightened, I was scared, because we don't know why they killed she. And I know a particular lifestyle that I was living, so that even make it more worse. I was very scared. So I tell myself I was going to leave. Whilst I was choosing places to go, I end up choosing Trinidad and Tobago, because the time I wanted to leave. Sorry about that, somebody interrupt me again with a phone call, but that's a small thing. Yes, and I don't even remember where I was, but as I was saying, when I see my niece and my nephew, it does really break my heart. So I decided I could not stay in Jamaica, because we don't know why they killed she, and I was feeling very threatened. I am a person like this, for those who know, everything does bother me, and I'm a very afraid person. And that's when I decided I was going to give Jamaica a break. I was going to try a next country, just to go and work and try to catch myself, try to be myself. I wanted to be away from the environment for a while, because everything was now fresh. At one point I remember I was sitting down and I was looking at Caribbean islands, because remember now I did not have a visa, and I was saying that the Caribbean islands I did not have a visa. So I sit down and I was going through to see the most suitable one that I could go at that time. I remember telling my mommy, I was telling my family that I was going to go away, but nobody really believed me, because I always say things and it doesn't happen. So I didn't tell them until it about to happen, when I buy my ticket and choose my destination and stuff. Then I tell them, and nobody still didn't believe. Whilst I'm on the way to the airport, I call them, I tell them, Mommy, I remember next one of my sister Charlotte, I tell she on the way to the airport. They said, no, you're too lying, you're not going nowhere. And I said, okay. I remember when I reached Trinidad and Tobago and I called, they was like shocked, because they said they changed a number. So they were shocked, and I was feeling very happy, not knowing the idea of coming to Trinidad was going to be the biggest mistake of my life, and I was so excited and coming. Why I chose Trinidad and Tobago, really, it's not like it's here I wanted to come, but at that point, to the time that I was coming to Trinidad Carnival, so I said, right, I was going and come, because Carnival would have been like the next month as to when my ticket buy. So that is why I chose Trinidad, and still here. Most of what happened for me in Trinidad was not planned, it just happened. And when I came to Trinidad in 2014, I was staying by a place in Sawa, where I was working for a man in Sawa. He had real businesses and I was working for him. And I had us to reach work for like 5 in the morning, and I leave whenever. It didn't have an end time as to when I used to leave, and 5 o'clock in the morning is when I know ready to sleep, and that was when I had to leave to go to work. And by now we could not cook by his apartment because he was working for he and we were staying by his apartment. He have an apartment where he workers and them just stay. And the rule was that we cannot cook by he, okay? So we had us to really buy outside, buy breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever the case may be. We had us to buy because we are not supposed to cook on the apartment. And working with he, I was working $100 TT for the day. $100 he paid for the day, and the hours was over 8 hours. And on top of that, you cannot cook at his apartment. And sometimes, to be honest with you, YouTube, my breakfast alone is $100, and I am working for at $100 for the day. So when I buy breakfast, sometimes my breakfast might cost $60. When I buy lunch, it might cost an next $60. Dinner is not included. So it was very hard working day. And then I had to say about my daughter back home, and I had to say about me. So it was very hard, and I tried holding on. I tried to make it work, and it was working out. But I remember I had to leave the apartment. I won't say why I leave the apartment in this video, maybe a next video, but yes, I had to leave the apartment. So guys, when you see it have people leaving the country to go to a next country, and people feel it is Belarus, people calling, they begging this, they begging that, listen what I have to tell you this morning, and take my word very serious. Take my word like it's a judge talking to you. Leaving your country, your place of birth, to go to a next country for betterment, it is not an easy task. You understand? Some people might not come out and tell you what it is or how it is, but it is not an easy task. Some of the things you have to be doing in our next country just for living, it is not an easy task. There is no place like home. And plenty of things I have to share on my channel that my family personally do not know, because a lot of things happen that I hide from my family. Because the first thing my mommy going and say, come back home, which is typically a mother, because if my daughter was out there and she was going through certain things, my first response to she or I tell she come back home. But some of the time now, when you leave your parents' house or your place of birth for betterment and it don't work, some of the time you're embarrassed to go back to your place of birth because you're studying what people are going to say. But some of the time you cannot study what people are going and say. You have to study yourself, your safety, your child, and whatever you are going through. Talk to yourself, look at yourself, and ask yourself questions like, who am I? Whatever I'm going through, is it worth it? Stuff like that. You have to talk to yourself, because it is not easy. I am telling you, it is not easy. And I always hear my sister say she would never leave her children them to go nowhere. And some of the time I was like, she's a effing ass, because you see, if opportunity come, make use of it. But some of the time you need to turn down opportunities, because it's not every opportunity you get is a good opportunity. In my situation, it's the fittest of the fittest survive, because I'm still trying to survive. So that's basically it, you know, guys. Not really it, but it still have more things to talk about and more places to go in depth. But for right now, I will leave it here, because I have to go in the hospital now for my COVID result. I hope I get to go now, because it looks like it's going on rain. So I'm looking to go in the hospital right now for that result. So I will check back with you guys. If not later today, is tomorrow. So before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. Whoever don't subscribe, please subscribe. You could leave a like, you could leave a comment so I know that you are here. And